In the hidden world of secrets, there are some incredible and mysterious machines. The government doesn't believe these machines are real, but they are super cool and can do things regular machines can't. Let's talk about one of them. It's like an airplane, but it's super sneaky and really fast, almost like a rocket. Imagine it's something you'd see in a sci-fi movie or a UFO. The Pentagon, which is like the big boss of the military, has actually said, yep, these weird machines are real. They're calling them UFOs, which stands for Unidentified Flying Objects. So these things are flying in the sky, and we don't know exactly what they are or where they're from. All this secrecy and mystery makes us wonder about a whole other world filled with hidden planes and strange stuff up in the sky. It's like a real-life mystery waiting to be solved. Come join us as we uncover 10 secret planes that aren't even real. 10. The Aurora Mystery. The Aurora story started making waves in the late 1980s and early 1990s when people began talking about strange sightings of superfast aircraft. These sightings came with loud sonic booms and unusual contrails, not like the ones you'd see from regular planes. These reports led to wild ideas about an extraordinary aircraft hidden in top-secret projects. Just saying the word Aurora brings to mind a plane that can fly insanely fast, way faster than any military aircraft we know of. At the core of the Aurora legend are rumors of its hypersonic abilities. Some folks believe it can go at speeds faster than Mach 5 or even Mach 6. With that kind of speed, the Aurora could zip across huge distances in no time. Imagine how useful that would be for keeping an eye on things and responding quickly to global issues. People who've seen the Aurora often talk about the weird trails it leaves behind in the sky. They describe it as looking like a donut on a string. This suggests that it might use some unusual way to fly, like super advanced engines or even anti-gravity tech. Some rumors suggest that it's used for spying and secret operations, maybe watching other countries or gathering top-secret info. Its stealthy abilities would let it sneak around in the sky without anyone noticing. But here's the tricky part. The Aurora is shrouded in secrecy. The government won't say if it exists or not. This silence has led to lots of speculation. Some people think it might be part of a hidden budget project that could be replaced by even more advanced stuff. Skeptics say that many reports of Aurora sightings could be regular planes, weather stuff, or even tricks of the eye. They question if the Aurora is real or just a big myth. 9. The Mysterious Blue Book Project. The United States Air Force Blue Book Project, which ran from 1952 to 1969, holds a special place in American history. It was a serious attempt to look into those puzzling reports of unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, that people were talking about. This project came to be because more and more folks were spotting strange things in the sky, and the government wanted to figure out what was going on. It's like a scientific detective story. The Blue Book Project came into being on March 2nd, 1952. It all began because there were a bunch of UFO sightings that didn't make sense, and people were getting really curious about them. Over the years, different leaders guided the project, but Captain Edward J. Ruppel, who led from 1951 to 1953, made a big impression. He brought in a more scientific and organized approach to studying UFOs. Dr. J. Allen Hynek, an astronomer and project consultant, also played a key role in figuring out what these UFO sightings were all about. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for Project Blue Book. Some folks criticized it for not being scientific enough and for not being very transparent. They thought it was more about making the Air Force look good than solving the UFO mystery. And then there were those high-profile cases, like the 1952 UFO incident in Washington, D.C., which made it clear that something unusual was happening in the skies. It wasn't easy to explain away all these sightings. The project had its share of challenges, too. Limited resources and a huge backlog of cases made it tough to investigate everything properly. Imagine having a bunch of puzzles to solve, but not enough time or pieces to do it. In the end, Project Blue Book remains a fascinating chapter in UFO history. It might not have answered all the questions about UFOs, but it showed that the government was taking these sightings seriously and trying to understand them. And it left us with a legacy of intrigue and mystery that continues to capture our imaginations. 8. The A12 Avenger 2. In the late 1980s, the United States Department of Defense had a top-secret plan called Avenger 2, also known as A12. It was a super-ambitious aircraft project developed by a team from McDonnell Douglas and General Dynamics. The goal? To create a sneaky, carrier-based attack plane that could replace older planes like the A6 Intruder and A7 Corsair II in the Navy's fleet. The A12 was all about stealth. That meant it had to be really good at hiding from enemy radar and defenses. Imagine playing hide-and-seek, but with high-tech planes. The A12 was designed to do precision strikes on both land and sea targets, making the Navy even more powerful. One of the coolest things about the A12 was its super stealthy design. Its shape, materials, and insides were all made to be invisible to radar. So, when it flew into enemy territory, it was hard for them to spot it on their screens. It was like a ninja in the sky. The A12 was also going to be super smart. It would have fancy gadgets like advanced radar, electronic warfare tools, and top-notch navigation and communication systems. These would help it fly in any weather and give the pilot a good idea of what was happening around them. But making the A12 was tough. It cost a lot more money and took a lot longer than expected because the technology was so complicated. The program had to be scaled down because of the big costs. And then there were problems with the plane's engines. They were supposed to be super cool, but they had a lot of issues that slowed everything down and made it more expensive. All these problems made some folks in Congress and the Department of Defense worry if the A12 was a good idea at all. And in 1991, they decided it wasn't. The program got canceled, which caused a big argument and legal battles between the government and the companies that were building the A12. In the end, it was a pricey mistake for everyone involved. The government had to pay lots of money in fines and damages to the contractors, so the A12 Avenger 2 became a story of big dreams, high costs, and a stealthy plane that never quite took off. 7. The Mysterious Bird of Prey. Meet the Bird of Prey, also known as Boeing Model 896. This unique aircraft was created by Boeing's Phantom Works division, a part of Boeing known for its super-secret projects. Even though they told the public about it in 2002, they'd been working on it secretly for years. That tells you just how top secret this project was. The decision to tell everyone about the Bird of Prey was a big deal. It was like lifting a curtain on something they'd been keeping hidden for a long time. But when they finally did, people got a glimpse of something really extraordinary. This aircraft has a totally different look from your usual fighter jets or bombers. It's all angular and sharp, which helps it hide from radar. That's one of the things that makes it special. Its design is all about being sneaky. Because of its unique appearance, people started calling it the Bird of Prey, since it kind of looks like a bird of prey, like an eagle or hawk. One of the coolest things about the Bird of Prey project was its ability to be hard to spot on radar. It used special materials and design tricks to make it really tough for radar systems to detect or track it. This was a big deal because it helped improve stealth technology, which is all about staying hidden from the bad guys. The Bird of Prey project helped pave the way for other super stealthy planes like the F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning II. But the Bird of Prey isn't just about looking cool and being sneaky. Inside, it's packed with advanced technology. The cockpit has a fancy head-up display and high-tech avionics systems. It's powered by a Pratt & Whitney JT15 D5C turbofan engine that gives it the oomph it needs to fly. While its top speed and some other details are still top secret, we do know it can fly at subsonic speeds, kind of like the X37B orbital test vehicle. Six, the Mysterious X37B. The X37B, an extraordinary and puzzling spacecraft, has been capturing the imaginations of space enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists alike since its first launch in 2010. Developed by the United States Air Force, this unmanned spacecraft remains wrapped in a cloak of secrecy regarding its mission objectives and capabilities. Imagine a miniature space shuttle, and that's pretty much what the X37B looks like. It's small, measuring less than 30 feet long with a wingspan of about 15 feet, much tinier compared to NASA's space shuttles. But what makes it really cool is its ability to launch into space like a regular rocket and then return to Earth, landing on a runway just like an airplane. Now, here's where it gets even more mysterious. There isn't just one X37B. There have been several, each with its own unique mission. But what those missions are, well, that's the big secret. The U.S. Air Force says it's all about testing different technologies, like fancy guidance systems, materials, and reusable spacecraft parts. That sounds reasonable, right? But here's the twist. The X37B can spend a really long time in space, even months or years on a single mission. That's got people wondering if it's doing more than just testing stuff up there. Some folks think it might be doing surveillance, reconnaissance, or even testing advanced weapons. While there's no solid proof for these claims, the X37B sure does raise eyebrows. What's really impressive about the X37B is its versatility. It has a payload bay the size of a pickup truck bed, and it can carry all sorts of experiments and equipment. So, one mission it might be launching small satellites, and the next it could be doing scientific research or trying out new technologies. That adds to its air of mystery. The X37B is also pretty smart. It can do its job all on its own without needing humans to babysit it. It can even meet up with other satellites in space, showing off its advanced robotics and AI skills. That autonomy makes it really handy for sneaky and low-key missions. 5. Northrop YF-23 Black Widow Tin. The YF-23, designed and built by Northrop, was created to answer the U.S. Air Force's need for a new air superiority fighter, meant to replace the aging F-15 Eagle. It was part of the advanced ATF tactical fighter program, and it faced tough competition from Lockheed's YF-22 design. One of the standout features of the YF-23 is its stealthy design. This means it's really good at hiding from enemy radar, making it hard for them to spot. It's got a sleek and angular shape, uses special materials that absorb radar waves, and features advanced composite materials in its construction. All of this makes it a radar-evading ninja in the sky. This focus on stealth was a response to the fact that radar technology was getting better and better, and the YF-23 had to stay ahead of the game. Under the hood, or should I say under the wings, the YF-23 is powered by two General Electric YF-120 GE100 turbofan engines. These engines give it an impressive top speed of around Mach 2.2 and make it super agile during flight tests. It's like a speedy acrobat in the air. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The YF-23 has a unique design feature called a diamond, or kite crank. This fancy shape helps it generate more lift and reduces drag, making it even more maneuverable and able to fly longer distances. Its wings also have leading-edge routing extensions, which help with stability and control. Inside the cockpit, it's all high-tech with advanced avionics and displays, including a glass cockpit and a hands-on throttle and stick HOTAS control system. This makes it easy for the pilot to fly and control the aircraft, especially during high-speed maneuvers. 4. The F17 Nighthawk. Back in the 1980s, Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works division unveiled a true marvel of technology, the F17 Nighthawk, from the shadows of secrecy. This aircraft is like no other, with its flat, angled surfaces and special radar-absorbing materials that make it almost invisible to enemy radar systems. This groundbreaking use of stealth technology was a game-changer in the world of air warfare. The F-117 was designed for a very special mission: to sneak into heavily defended airspace and precisely hit important targets. But here's the really extraordinary part. It can do this at night, and that's how it got its nickname Nighthawk. Its unique materials and shape make it incredibly hard for enemy radar to detect, allowing it to operate in the dark and strike without being seen. The F-117 Nighthawk made its big debut during the Gulf War in 1991. This was a huge deal because it marked the first time that stealth technology was used in combat, and it showed just how effective it could be. The F-117s flew mainly at night and carried out super-accurate strikes on important Iraqi military spots, like command centers and key infrastructure. They used laser-guided bombs that were incredibly precise, hitting their targets without causing a lot of extra damage. It was like watching a superhero in action when an F-117 Nighthawk, all in black, appeared on TV screens around the world, dropping bombs on Baghdad. This moment changed the game for stealth technology and proved its worth on the global stage. 3. The RQ-180. Meet the RQ-180, a super-secret and highly advanced reconnaissance drone. Its main job is to gather top-secret intelligence without getting caught by enemy air defenses. Imagine it as a stealthy spy plane, but without a pilot. This drone is a real game-changer in modern warfare because it can go deep into enemy territory and collect vital information without putting human pilots at risk. It's all about performance and staying hidden. The RQ-180 is quite impressive. It can fly at extremely high altitudes, possibly even above 65,000 feet. This lets it cover vast areas and stay out of reach of most threats. Plus, it can stay in the air for a really long time, which means it can spend hours or even days gathering intelligence in one go. One of its secrets is its propulsion system. While they haven't spilled all the details, it's believed to have a super-efficient engine that gives it incredible speed and range. This means it can quickly get to where it's needed and cover a lot of ground in a single mission. What's inside the RQ-180 is also pretty cool. It's loaded with high-tech sensors and imaging systems, like synthetic aperture radar, electro-optical sensors, infrared sensors, and electronic intelligence equipment. These gadgets help it gather all sorts of information, from images to electronic data, making it a versatile tool for intelligence agencies. Even though the U.S. Air Force officially confirmed the existence of the RQ-180 in 2013, most of the details about its development and operations are still shrouded in secrecy. It's believed to have been made by Northrop Grumman's Advanced Systems Division as part of a top-secret program. They keep a close watch on where these drones are deployed, and the exact number of them is a closely guarded secret. But what we do know is that they're likely out there, doing their secret spy missions for the intelligence community. 2. The Mysterious Black Triangle, TR-3. The Black Triangle TR-3 is one of the most mysterious and puzzling aircraft in the world, surrounded by a cloud of conspiracy theories and rumors. While no official government or military agency has confirmed its existence, it has captured the imaginations of aviation enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists alike. In this essay, we'll delve into what is known and venture into the realm of speculation surrounding the Black Triangle TR-3. The origins of the Black Triangle TR-3 can be traced back to the 1980s and 1990s when reports of triangular-shaped unidentified flying objects began to surface. Witnesses described these enigmatic aircraft as large, flying low, and remarkably silent, with an uncanny ability to maneuver in ways that defied conventional aviation laws. These accounts have given rise to numerous speculations and theories. One of the most intriguing claims about the Black Triangle TR-3 is its purported advanced stealth capabilities. It is believed to possess technology that renders it nearly invisible to radar. This alleged stealth capability has fueled speculation about its potential use in covert missions, including reconnaissance and electronic warfare. Some even suggest that it could be a test platform for cutting-edge radar-absorbing materials and other classified technologies. Another element of mystery surrounds the TR-3's propulsion system. Many conspiracy theories propose that the aircraft is powered by unconventional means, possibly utilizing anti-gravity or electromagnetic propulsion. These speculative propulsion systems are often linked to reports of the TR-3's ability to hover silently and achieve high speeds without generating sonic booms. The designation TR-3A implies that this aircraft might be a successor to the TR-3, although information about the TR-3 itself is exceedingly scarce, adding to the overall enigma. Some conspiracy theorists go further, suggesting that the TR-3A is part of a series of secret projects developed by the U.S. government or the military-industrial complex. 1. The SR-72. The SR-72, often referred to as the son of the Blackbird, represents the cutting edge of aerospace technology and could be the next big thing after the legendary SR-71 Blackbird. This hypersonic reconnaissance aircraft, currently under development by Lockheed Martin, is wrapped in secrecy and excitement, poised to revolutionize global surveillance and strike capabilities. The SR-72 project emerged because of the increasing need for super-fast global surveillance and strike capabilities in a world filled with ever-changing geopolitical challenges. The original SR-71 Blackbird, retired in 1998, made history with its mind-boggling speed and high-altitude capabilities. The SR-72 aims to carry forward this legacy by incorporating hypersonic technology, which means it can fly at speeds exceeding Mach 5. What makes the SR-72 so special is its incredible speed. It's much faster than your regular airplane and might even be able to fly without a pilot. It's versatile and can handle various missions, from quickly circling the globe to gathering crucial information and launching rapid strikes when needed. Plus, it's stealthy and hard to detect on radar, making it perfect for spying and surprise attacks. The potential of the SR-72 program is incredibly exciting. It has the power to reshape the aerospace industry and military strategies worldwide. However, because it's a top-secret project, many of the finer details are hidden from public view, leaving us all eagerly awaiting the day when the son of the Blackbird takes to the skies.